Hello and welcome, Goldboys Primetime on the Goldboys Network. I don't know what Matt just did with his mouth, but that probably means it's going to be an interesting show. We're presented by Boom Fantasy and Pickett Sports. Before I forget, download both those apps. Use code Goldboys, or I think pretty much anybody you see on the screen here. Well, I guess Nick Larson and Matt Matkafee both have codes you can use there. Yeah, I was talking earlier today. I'll talk about it a little bit more, but you have to have Pickett Sports if you're betting on MLB. Like it's I feel like definitely a must at all times, but it's elevated even more during MLB season. But we're gonna jump into it because we have 28 games tonight across NBA and MLB. We're not gonna touch on every single game unless like we have a play on it or if we see a question in chat. So if you guys see any, you guys have anything for us, just let us know. But let's get into it. The first we're gonna start with MLB. First game I think we're going to talk through is the Cubs and the Reds. Luis Cessa going for the Reds, and Hayden Wesneski with the meanest slider this side of Mississippi. Nick, what do you got on this one? I know we're on a similar line here.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite play of the day. It is a 6:40 Eastern start, I think, so you got about 30 minutes here. I've been looking at Wesneski for the last couple days, waiting to see when he's going to pop up here in the rotation. He was dominant at the end of last year. That slider is unhittable. If you guys watch the Pitching Ninja or any of that stuff on Twitter, he's always on there for his crazy movement on his slider. But he did face the Reds twice last year. He had 6 Ks and 8 Ks against him. I'm going to ladder him tonight. I started on DraftKings, had the best line at the time, over 4.5, minus 110, and ran that up to 9 strikeouts, which was plus 1,400. Reds, big strikeout team. I think he can kind of expose that as well. And they're going to need the Cubs are going to need some innings out of him. They need a starter to go at least 5-6 innings here. So good spot for him. Good matchup. I really like this play.
Yeah, I'm actually so I didn't ladder him. I thought about it. I still might. I probably will not. I'm gonna tell you probably, but I did this morning. It was the first thing I posted. I took his over 4.5, and I got it on BetMGM at minus 120. I'm not gonna go and say all the things that you said about he was a Yankees prospect. I was actually super mad when they traded him at the deadline last year mostly because of that slider. It's just ridiculous. It's like a frisbee slider. It's crazy. No reason he shouldn't get 5 or 7 or 8 or even more. He did pitch against the Reds twice last year. He went a total of 11 innings and had 14 strikeouts, if that means anything to you guys. I'm also on the Nerfy here. It's my first Nerfy play of the year. A little spicy. I like Wesneski to shut him down for most of the game, how long he goes. And Cessa has not a huge first inning run allower, I guess. Not really a high-powered offense on either side here. I think it's going to be mostly a defensive game, pitching matchup where the Cubs have the advantage. So I'm on the Nerfy. I got it at minus 104, 103, 104 on Barstool, and it was like 1 cent different on FanDuel. And then real quick before I asked it to you guys if you had in this one, I also took this kind of lotto ticket at basically plus 1,000. See what you guys think about it. So we talked about Wesneski, talked about the Nerfy. I think Cubs are going to win this game outright. They opened as dogs this morning, I think, and now are slight favorites. But I took them plus 1.5 alt first half line, which is like minus 300 solo. And I took Dansby Swanson for 2 total bases. And yeah, I like it a lot.
Dansby Swanson actually is the only play I'm taking in this game for 2. He's the hottest hitter in baseball. What a debut! Yeah. Like, how is he? He is living up to his name, his contract right now. I mean, I believe he's tied for the league in batting average. I mean, it's only 4 games, but 2 total bases. His line, I think the best line is DK DraftKings at minus 110. Close to even money. Pay a little vig. And if you're a believer in trends, which this is complete nonsense, I do not suggest this as gambling advice. This is pure superstition. But he went double first game, no double second game, double third game, no double fourth game. It's the 5th game now. He may get a double. I'm looking for double props right now. So right now I see on FanDuel it's plus 310 just for a double. So if you're a superstitious weirdo,
I love that.
It's like, so it's one of those. He's one of the hottest hitters in baseball. But I would definitely just take 2 total bases, get a couple base hits, and if he hits a home run, you're not crying that he didn't get his double. So I like that. a lot.
Real quick, he hasn't done it yet, Matt. You next. He has not hit a home run yet, but he is averaging over 90 miles per hour exit velocity. Those two doubles are his only extra base hits, but yeah, I mean he's been on fire. Matt, you got anything on this game, Cubs Reds?
Being Dinger Tuesday and nobody said anything about dingers, I'll give you one pick for a guy. Bellinger got one yesterday. I love where he's batting in this Cubs lineup. At cleanup, he's got Happ in front of him and Wisdom and Mancini behind him. You get the lefty-righty matchup in probably the best park for dingers tonight. I'll take Cody Bellinger as my pick for a dinger.
He might strike out 437 times.
Yeah, one home run and 3 Ks. That'll be his line tonight.
Love that. All right. I don't think I have any on this game, but Nick, I know you have something on the Twins Marlins. We've been talking a whole lot. Real quick, Jerry, Matt, do you have anything on Twins Marlins here? You want to go first?
No, I don't, honestly.
I got a question going into mine for Jerry and Matt. Mm-hmm. You have bases loaded, 9th inning, 2 outs. You got one player you need a hit from. Who are you taking in the big leagues right now?
I know you're going to say Arias, and this is a nice revenge series for him here. So yeah, I mean he's right up there. If he had, I guess, give me a guy with a little more speed who's left-handed who could beat out an infield single. Right. So Arias he's up there. Who
just like. He's not going to strike out. He's going to make hard contact every single time.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So my play for this is a parlay. I mean, he struck out his last at bat of the first game when they brought in a lefty out of the pen to face him, which he actually hits lefties better than righties. But so he struck out his last at bat. He has not struck out since then. I've played it every single game since then. So I took him to not strike out. You can only play it on DraftKings. They're the only one that has the market that I know of. And then I had to pair it with Cleveland to beat Oakland with Bieber going tonight. So put those together and it's plus 101. So I'm running that back again tonight.
I dig it. How many outs you got Alcantara tonight? He should mow down this lineup, right?
I think it's no Kepler, no Buxton.
Yeah, no Kepler, no Buxton. I saw that, and I was like, Jesus. So outside of Correa, who are you pitching to?
95-plus pitches again. He should be in the 7th inning, I would hope, against this lineup.
Yeah, I know Oaks was on his under for outs just because he seems to have a short leash, and he's it's early in the year for a pitcher to be going.
I don't see him walking 4 guys again either.
Yeah, he should kind of go crazy. All right, anything else on this game?
Do we have a dinger pick? Do we have to throw an obligatory dinger pick in every game being Tuesday?
I don't think so. I don't think we have to. I think if okay. there are a couple dinger spots I like. I'm going to talk about one or two here in the next game.
Say Jazz, Jerry.
Go ahead.
Don't you think Correa has a chip on his shoulder and he wants to show the world that he can be this MVP guy? He just got this big bag. He's playing in Minnesota. Everybody's like, why'd you go back there? Well, wouldn't you want to hit a home run against the potential Cy Young winner this year?
That's a good
point. What was with his physicals? Like, I mean, I know the Mets tried to pay him.
So they're worried about his ankle. Apparently has a screw or something in it, and they're worried about the long term of it. I don't know how this didn't get out before his contract, expired, but this apparently happened like a year or two ago. And all of a sudden the Giants found it, and then the Mets were like, yeah, we'll take you. And then they found it. And now it's like, it's a thing where they're worried about the long term, the back end.
Yeah.
Of it. Well, they running a metal detector over him, or what were they looking for here?
I think that might be like an X-ray or something.
I know the Mets have unlimited money, but I think you dodged a bullet because you don't want to be paying an infielder to be playing in his year 40 season. The Twins got him for 6, and Cano, right? But the Twins got him for 6, half the length, and he'll be 33, 34. To me, that's about when a middle infielder is breaking down anyway. So I think you dodged a bullet on that contract. you may have missed some great production the next couple of years. But yeah, I would say Jazz Chisholm will be my my home run pick for this one. You get a lefty righty matchup. Yeah, I'm not taking a dinger against Sandy ever. So
I
yeah, I
did
go that
last year.
side.
Ironically,
Yeah.
I did one game last year, and I posted about it, and I said O'Neal Cruz, in the same kind of logic, which is stupid that I'm using it again, but the same kind of logic. I was like, this guy is going for the Cy Young. O'Neal Cruz is trying to make a name for himself, and what did he do? His first at bat hit an absolute piss missile, and I was celebrating, dancing in my boxers in my house.
I remember that.
All the baseball terms. I'm sorry. There's so many baseball terms. Piss missile is up there as my favorite. I don't know about you guys, but all right. Next game, the Phillies Yankees. I'm just going to get this out of the way. It's a system play. Anthony Volpe's in the starting lineup. I'm taking him for a stolen base. I think I got it like plus 330, plus 340 or something this morning.
How many units is that system up so far in the season?
So I've been playing it. I've been playing it basically to win a unit every day. So I guess 2. Cause
got it.
Yeah. So I won 3, so 1 plus 3, and then lost last night. I don't care. I don't care if Real Muto is behind the plate. I don't care. I'm also taking him for a run. I forget what the odds.
It's not
like
tonight.
Plus... Oh, is he out tonight?
JT has got the day off. They got Stubbs back there.
Let's go. So
yeah, he should be good.
Man, I'm also taking his run. Anytime, I don't hate the pitching matchup just because of who he's got batting in front of him, or batting behind him, I guess technically, with LeMahieu, Judge, and then I guess I don't think it's Rizzo tonight, but if he gets on the base path, he's going to steal the base, and he's probably going to score a run. That's just how big of a problem he is. I do have a couple dinger spots I like in this one, but Nick, you got anything in this game?
I got nothing.
Nothing?
I mean, Volpe's got to go yard eventually, right?
He does. I think it's going to be against a lefty, and I think it's going to be not in Yankee Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tragic. Because, I mean, plus 800. It's so warm in New York right now. You don't understand how beautiful it is outside right now. Like, ridiculous. Like, go outside. You just want to do good things in life.
I'm with
like,
you.
hit home runs. I don't know, man.
Listen,
plus 800.
I think he ends up with 15 this year. So, however that math works out, I don't know. He's not really a power guy. He is, he's gonna run into a few. I think it's gonna be, like I said, I think it's gonna be against a lefty, and I think it's gonna be in like Houston or someplace with or Boston, someplace with a shorter left field.
Not to be political, but Trump got arrested or something today, and Nick Castellanos is plus 360 to hit a home run. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy for some people out there, So.
Yeah, we get a drive to deep left field. It's a bullpen game for the Phillies, right? Like
kind of. So I thought so, and I actually texted Ryan Props tomorrow. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" This guy, what's his name?
Matt Strom.
He is in the rotation, but he's limited to like 65 pitches. So that could be 3 innings.
3
could
innings.
Be 2.
Yeah.
Could be 4. But yeah, he's not going to go past the 5th inning. I wouldn't think. Probably not past the 4th. And that Phillies bullpen is in a really bad spot right now. It's really
dude. I was there in Texas. They were getting worn out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
They have gotten worn out 4 games in a row.
It was wild. It was that friggin'. I think the Rangers had 9 runs in like the 5th inning. Yeah. It was wild watching DeGrom get knocked around. But yeah, no dingers. This game, like Jerry said, man, nice day in New York. We got a left-hander on the bump. I mean, what's the over/under on the feet for Aaron Judge's home run? We're gonna say 435. We're gonna take over Stanton. We might have to put it at like 470.
He is 470 locked in too. Oh, sorry, I just punched my microphone. Probably broke everybody's eardrum. Yeah. Stanton is so hit or miss, and he is locked in right now. But yeah. Stanton's not a bad play, Judge. Donaldson, honestly, as much as I hate to say, is not a bad play either. He's got 1 at bat against the lefty this year. He took him deep. To me, I almost feel like Kyle Schwarber he's almost the obvious play. He's averaging a higher exit velocity than Aaron Judge even. He just he don't have anything to show for it yet. He's got the short porch. But I don't like any of those 3.
Yeah.
What about plus Hall? 220, plus 240 odds.
What's Hall's price at?
I don't know. I have to look if you guys want to keep talking.
Yeah, I'll pull it up here. I can Go ahead, Jerry.
I took I don't know what it irks me a little bit. I don't know why especially saying I took a bing bong parlay. I fucking hate that. I hate that term. I don't know why it just goes right through me. I guess 'cause I heard it so much, but I took Alonso and Aaron Judge to both go yard. It's plus 1,000 parlay together. I did take that.
Not bad. You don't get the Dinger Tuesday benefits, right? I don't think you do.
No.
Plus 430, by the way. For Derek.
Yeah, 430 on Hall. I mean, I don't hate that. Bohm has been getting on base too, so he might be. You talked about hot hitters.
Yeah, but
this guy's mashing right now.
But he can be
in front of him.
a Bohm or bust guy. You know what I'm saying?
Got him. Gosh. So we're asking for a Pete Alonso home run tonight, which I've been holding, but yeah, you got Wade Miley on the ball.
You're gonna get one.
All right, squad ride, Judge, Alonso. What you said? FanDuel gives it plus 1,000.
Yeah, let's do a little shopping on that first because you know
right.
These books.
I'm gonna shop around.
Hey, you guys go to Mets Brewers. I don't have anything on that game. I know Nick does. I will shop the lines.
Ahead, I have. I'll run this by Jerry. He's got the Mets jersey on. I'm a big Brewers fan, so we got game 1 yesterday. Fastball Freddie looked pretty good. Carrasco not so much. But I think Mad Max comes out and shuts down this super young, super strikeout prone lineup. They really struggled against Steele with the Cubs striking out, and he's kind of, I wouldn't say he's a strikeout guy, but he's more of a strikeout guy than probably Carrasco and Marcus Stroman. So I think Scherzer could really give that young lineup some trouble tonight. Yelich will get 1 or 2. Tellez will get 1 or 2. Then you got the 3 young guys at the bottom of the order. No, so I'm taking Scherzer 6 strikeouts and the Mets to win, close to even money.
Last year, I don't know if if I'm mistaken or not. The Brewers, they were top 5 in whiff rate, I think, right? Is that?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that I remember looking at that and targeting them a lot for strikeout. Now, Max Scherzer, there's nobody tougher in the world on Max Scherzer than Max Scherzer. He is the most intense player, obviously, in baseball, and he didn't have a great start, his first start of the season. And
he still had 6, though, right? He had 6 Ks, right?
Yeah, he had 6 strikeouts, but he gave up a few runs. He gave up a home run. He is going to be on another level of intensity, especially coming after a big loss. He takes this very personal. And, nobody can even look at him in the dugout during the game between innings. It's actually pretty hysterical. He is going to be on a different level of psychopath today. So it's definitely a good idea. And plus, he likes this pitch clock.
Jerry, listen to these numbers right now, the Brewers lineup. Yelich, 34 bats, 11 Ks. Winker, 9 at-bats, 4 Ks. Adames, 7 at-bats, 6 Ks. Anderson, 21 at-bats, 7 Ks. Garrett Mitchell, 2 at-bats, 2 Ks.
This could
be a double-digit one, I think.
That's what I'm thinking. It could be a 10K day for Scherzer.
I'm tempted to run it up to 10, but the odds just weren't that great. So,
all right. And I did the shopping while you guys were talking Mad Max Ks. Looks like Caesars comes in first. You can get 1608 on the Pete and Judge combo. DK not far behind at 1517. Your Canby books have it at 1510. So all better than FanDuel.
Canby books for the.
Oh yeah, so Sugar House, Bet Rivers, Barstool Sportsbook are those Canby books. I don't have 365, so those are you Jersey boys are
3 for 6 against Miley with a homer.
That sounds like a 2-unit play for me.
I'm in. All right. Anything else on Mets Brewers?
So
I think my nose might be bleeding again. Go ahead.
In the spirit of my life, which I identify as a lotto placer,
all right.
I did a little. This is something I like to have fun with in baseball season in general. I like to do things that could possibly correlate and happen in one sequence. So what I did was, since Marte and Lindor have good stats versus Miley, it's a little risky, but I took Marte hit, Lindor hit, Marte run, Lindor run, Pete Alonso home run, Pete Alonso 3 RBIs. a sequence that can happen in one inning. So base hit, home run.
That's not
And
bad.
it comes out to
Probably in the top of the first.
yeah, it can very well happen, and it's plus 1673.
Can you drop me a screenshot next time you're not talking? And I'll put it on the screen for our homies.
Yes. Do you want to do that now?
Just drop it on the Discord, and
Okay.
whatever.
Drop it like it's hot, man.
Yeah.
So, but just to refresh, Marte hit, Lindor hit, Marte run, Lindor run, Pete Alonso home run, Pete Alonso 3 RBIs. So basically, hit, three-run jack, plus 1673. Very specific, but does not have to happen that way. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
So it's just something to have fun with once in a while. You want to do something you think could happen. You see an inning play out in your head. You might have had a good dream or something. You know what I mean? But it's I love these little things that correlate together.
Yeah, that's good advice too. All right, I do have just a quick one on the Rays Nats here, and then I'll get out of your guys' way. I'm on oh my gosh, Wander Franco's total bases. I got it at plus 125 on MGM this morning. Just a quick note. This is exactly what I was saying to start the show. Why you have to use Pickett because I got it at plus 125. You guys take a guess what the odds were for 2 plus total bases on FanDuel.
Minus 120.
Minus 135. You're at a $100 bet. You're talking about a $50 difference. And I think the casual, more casual gamblers probably just have FanDuel, and that's what they're tied to. So shop your lines. Download Pickett. It was so easy. I was looking at FanDuel. I was like, I can't play that at those odds. I just checked Pickett just real quick to see. I was like, oh, I can definitely play plus 125. So he's coming like 8 super hot. This is kind of, I think maybe the only time he hasn't hit his 2 bases was yesterday when I bet on him, of course. So I'm running it back. Chad Cole is not good. Yeah, you guys have anything for this game or just me? It's kind of not a great game, especially for lottos. All right.
All I'm gonna say is I think Wander Franco. If he doesn't do it this year, he's gonna do it at some point. I think he's gonna win a batting title.
Yeah.
At some point, I love him.
Yeah, he's got some crazy bat to ball skills. Okay, Pirates, Red Sox. I do have another total basis play on this one as well. You guys have anything on this one?
Pirates, Red Sox.
Yeah. I like Contreras over strikeouts here. I don't think the Red Sox are that good this year, and it just depends how careful they are with him. They were really careful innings wise last year. They wouldn't let him go past 5, but if he can get 5 innings this game, I think he gets over the 3.5, which his line is at. So I'm gonna play him at 3.5.
I hated doing this because I hate the Red Sox and I hate Alex Verdugo even more, but I am on Alex Verdugo's total bases as well at plus 105. Also on MGM. He's been on fire. Start the season. He's batting 500 against righties. 12 plate appearances too, right? So he's 12 plate appearances, 6 hits, no walks or anything like that, which would take away from the total bases with 2 extra base hits. So I just write in the terrible human being of Alex Verdugo. Plus 105. Anything on this one, boys?
Yeah, someone I don't have anything officially, but it's someone to watch is Yoshida because the market doesn't know what to do with him yet.
Yeah.
And if he comes on and has a lot of power, which I think he's going to have a decent amount of power, he does have.
Got a dinger yesterday, yeah.
So I mean, he's going to be floating around this plus 800 range for a little while until they know what to do with him as far as long term. If he can be sustainable with power, so he's just definitely someone to just keep an eye on because he could. If he goes on a nice little run, he's going to start falling into the plus 300 range. So plus 800 is great value for him, but I'm probably not going to bet it because it's just not. There's no logic to it, but somebody to watch.
Also, real quick, Adam Duvall is the hottest hitter in baseball right now, like by the numbers. I didn't play him because the stats or the lines are all super juiced, but got 21 total bases, which leads the league so far. 6 extra base hits, tied for the league. Tied for the lead in the league. I'm not mad at you taking anything on Adam Duvall either, even though it's not a great matchup for him. Matt, you were going to say something? I cut you off. Sorry, man.
No, you're good. This game, based on climate and stuff, they're saying it's one of the worst 4 dingers. But I mean, yesterday this was a home run derby. They were. I mean, I think Brian Reynolds had a couple. Devers had a bomb, and as Jerry mentioned, I think there's a lot of looks that you could play here. I know O'Neal Cruz has been a target for a lot of people so far early in the season. He's shown some pop as well. I just don't know. I mean, Pivetta, he can be got for the long ball. So I think, who do you take here? I mean, I'm Reynolds has been hot with the couple dingers, and you got Cruz there too. So I think I like somebody in the top of this Pirates order to do some damage here. If I had to pick a dinger, I would just take probably Cruz. And on the Red Sox side, I think Devers, although Contreras isn't a great target for home runs, he doesn't give up a lot. Probably also why Yoshida's odds are kind of long. But I think Pivetta gets got for at least one. So
O'Neal Cruz, I'm surprised. I just looked to see if he hasn't had a stolen base yet. This was the same guy saying he wants a 30-30 season this year. And we're going into our 5th game here, and he doesn't have a stolen base yet. He has to, and he has a 4-game hitting streak going. If he gets on base, he has to start going for these steals if he wants a 30-30 season.
Yep.
So he's definitely somebody to watch as far as especially steals. You know, you can't say something and not be aggressive and go after it.
Right.
That's true. Okay. Guardians Athletics. We got the Beebster with JP Sears, another Yankee farmhand here. So I don't have anything on this game. I think Nick, you do. Do you want to start?
This was just the second half of that Arias play. Guardians money line with Bieber going. He looked really good his first start, 6 scoreless. So
yeah, I think the only potential dinger play here, I think, is Seth Brown. It's not terrible, but two teams that aren't really going to be crushing the ball out of the park at any good rate. But Jerry, you got any or Matt, you got anything on this one?
Nope.
You don't have to. It's okay if you don't.
No, I don't necessarily. I mean, we don't even have the Indians lineup. So the Guardians lineup. So I can't give you anything. Right? Yeah.
What do you guys real quick? What do you guys think about the name Guardians?
I think it's fine.
Super generic.
Team
yeah, super generic. I understand the sell on it, like the Guardians of the Bridges and stuff. But as somebody who's got family in Cleveland and spent a lot of time, I'm a Cleveland sports fan. Guardians is just whack. And I mean, I'm not that I was tied to the Indians or anything. But to me, I don't know what you could have done. You could have called them the Cleveland Browns baseball team. Would have worked for me. Just go Browns again, and then just incorporate those colors and just say it's the baseball. I don't know,
center
man.
field.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's Guardians. It's super generic. Probably the worst name in all of baseball at this point. So I struggle to think of a worse team name. I mean, if you can tell me one, then maybe. I still don't know what the Royals are about. I know it. They moved to Kansas City, so I think it's from a previous location that it tied it in or something. But yeah, to me, Guardians doesn't say anything. Not that the Indians said anything about Cleveland, but you have all that great imagery and the major league movies, and it's I don't know. There's a lot of other teams. I'm not so politically correct. I don't need to get into the whole debate of is it an offensive name or not. You could do away with the chief imagery if that's what was offensive. Chief Wahoo's image. If that's offensive, then do away with that. But the Atlanta Braves, I mean, they work closely with the Braves tribe, and they seem like they're honored to have it. So I think there is a way to try to do something with it to keep the name, perhaps. But
yeah, but here we are. So
yeah. Here we are. We move on.
Yeah. not, you love the name or hate the name, but that's the name. So I guess we just deal with it. We got one more game we wanted to talk through with the MLB, and then just see if anybody just has any various kind of dinger looks that they're looking at for Dinger Tuesday. Jerry, this is one you wanted to go through, Angels Mariners. You like that Mike Trout guy who's kind of good, right?
I mean, how do you not bet Mike Trout against Seattle? What the hell did Seattle do to this man? I got to pull up the stat. It was something ridiculous, like 32 home runs in 70 games against them or something. It was something obnoxious. What did the city of Seattle do to Mike Trout to make him go on this tear and then hate them?
Real quick, he's batting .332 with 110 hits, 33 home runs, 79 RBIs, 76 runs scored in 89 games. So 33%-ish of more than that, more than a third of the games he's played against Mariners. He's hit home run on. Go ahead, sorry.
I mean, you double that and you got a 60-something home run season. You know what I mean? And a full season, 162 games.
They still missed the playoffs.
Yeah, him and Ohtani are gonna hit a home run. Ohtani's gonna strike out 11, and then they're gonna lose 11-1.
I don't know. We say that they might lose. They're 3-1 to start. Guys, we got to remember a lot of these with the new schedule. It's a balanced schedule. They had to play fucking the Astros, who've been the best team in baseball for the last decade. So Trout's not always healthy. Obviously, we know. But I think with a balanced schedule, we'll see a lot of these teams that we thought were really, really bad potentially look a little bit better and contend. I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team, but I think they'll definitely be close to a 500 club. Again, it's all about health with them, and we'll see teams.
Still hurt, Matt.
We'll see
opening night the 10K PPD with Ohtani. The only game they've lost.
The only game they've lost, yeah. And, I mean, you've seen teams, get 100 wins in bad divisions all the time. The Dodgers and the Padres and stuff like that, now they can't beat up on Colorado, 20 times a season. We're going to find out. You saw it with the season win totals. I think the highest season win total was, like 96 or something like that preseason? And so I think the Angels, they can get out of that division a little bit. Stop beating their heads against the wall with the Astros and maybe win a few more games. But I don't know.
It's going to be tough. I don't see it with the talent around them making the playoffs. Can they go 500? Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man.
They added some bats there. I like Renfroe. I like Drury.
Yeah.
That adds some more
a little underrated too. Yeah.
Yeah. I think. It's going to just come down to pitching like it always does.
And the health of Mike Trout.
Well, yeah, the health of Mike Trout, of course. If you get the same season that Ohtani gave you last year, you're right there with another MVP caliber player, potential Cy Young candidate. So I think the Angels might make a little noise. And, Seattle was the team that everybody thought, but they've started 1-4. They kind of need this game. Castillo on the bump. Normally he's going to be throwing a lot of innings tonight. I think they'll probably want to get him at least 6 or 7. Nick? You're a big strikeout guy. You're strikeout kid. Did you play his Ks tonight? Or Mike Trout, for as good as he is, he does like to swing and miss.
Yeah, I didn't. The only guy that's really struggled against Castillo in that lineup is Renfroe.
Right. Yeah,
he's struck out 7 out of 15 times. So I haven't yet. I'll probably look at these later games.
Yeah, I was okay. I was peeking at it.
I'm calling it now. Second at bat, Mike Trout, 1-1 count. Castillo's going to try to fool him with a changeup. Mike Trout loves changeups. He's going to mash it 412 feet to left field.
412 to left.
A couple of notes from Chad Varian says Nick Ladder, fingers crossed. Nick Ladder, all one word. I love that for you, Nick, actually. Tim saying Angels can just never put it together. Yeah, that's true, and the health is one thing. That roster's just been mismanaged for a while now, if you really get into the roster analytics side of it. But yeah. And then Mr. Zyfex saying my boy McAfee looking like prime Chris Jericho right now. Love that.
I could let the hair down. We were out playing some soccer, so I'm a little sweaty, but we'll let the hair down a little. I am wearing I don't know if you could see it. Little Sami Zayn action. Yeah. Gotta always rock the wrestling shirts, but we'll go hair down.
Nice, like that. I was looking for it, Jay. I was hoping you could get a second plate appearance home run for Mike Trout. You can only get the first plate appearance, and you can only get extra base hit. It's plus
you have to do it
900.
live.
Is there anywhere it takes 412 where you can put the distance into or not?
That'll be some degenerate nonsense that I'm sure people will still bet.
Just the
somebody's getting a dinger from Seattle. One of these right-handed. I'm going to say Eugenio Suarez is going to take Suarez deep. You get the Suarez off the Suarez. Yes, Suarez on Suarez crime. And how much swag does that guy have? That big ass earring and is it like
too much is the answer.
Oh man, too much, and like the
talking to
the
a purist
patterns,
over here.
Yeah, the patterns shaved into the beard and stuff. Like, and he's got the flow going with like the kind of undercut. Yeah, I think Suarez, he's ready to go yard tonight. He does have one against Suarez already too in his career, so it has been done.
Just real quick before we move on to NBA, and we've actually done pretty good on time. One little just kind of miscellaneous dinger look I've been looking at all day. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Adolis Garcia is leading. Oh yes, go ahead. Is there a question?
Go ahead. This will be my question for Nick later. When you finish your point.
Adolis Garcia is leading the MLB in exit velocity right now by 2 miles per hour. Actually, he's like 95 something. Aaron Judge 93 something. Adolis Garcia has not hit a home run yet. So you can believe in do, you cannot believe in do. That guy's due. He's plus 420 on. He plays for the Texas Rangers, by the way. Plus 420 on FanDuel if you're looking for another Dinger Tuesday edition there. I don't know how many other home runs are going to be in that game. So as far as the promo value goes, maybe not that great, but you got to hit one soon, sometime in the next 4 games, and it's plus 400. So I guess you take it every day. Go ahead, Matt.
All right. So forgive me if we breeze past this game. Probably the marquee game on the slate, Braves Cardinals. And
don't like either one of them. So
now, I have questions about this starting pitching. Dylan Dodd, lefty. Talk to me, Nick. How's this stuff? And tell me why I shouldn't bet Paul Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado to take him deep.
Well, here you go. Alan in the Discord is probably one of the most diehard Brave guys I know, 50-year Brave fan. He's betting Goldschmidt home runs.
Okay. All right, so we got to get – hey, my dogs are barking. Sorry,
we got that, and then somebody on the Braves is taking Matt's deep for sure.
Right,
don't know which one.
Matt's being a lefty. Riley got his first dinger of the season. He's obviously a great target. Acuna's swinging the bat well. I don't know, man. I like Albies. I think that Albies. I was on him for a hit yesterday. He did it in a really nice fashion. So, I'm looking at it. I feel like this is a nice game for dingers because we got a couple lefties and a couple guys that might be able to mash. So I don't know if Allen's on it. That's my stand. That's all I need to know. Goldie, Goldie for a dinger. Maybe we got to do a little parlay here, a little Goldie and Riley or something like that. Jerry, does that get your juices flowing? Does that titillate anything? What are you feeling? You're looking down. Is it moving?
Just the thought of any Atlanta baseball team, I refuse to call them by their name because I find it offensive. Even regardless of anything else, their team is just offensive to me after all the years of torture.
The Atlanta Guardians. We'll call them the Guardians. Or the Atlanta Wildcats.
What about the Blue Jays Royals game? Bubich is pitching. That guy was horrendous last year. We used to bet against them every time he pitched.
I used to bet his over 1.5 walks every single game.
Not very good.
So bad. He gives up a lot of dingers. I mean, Vladdy Daddy's due for a bomb. He's plus 340.
Is that interesting note on him? He's actually a reverse split guy too, so he's left-handed. He's got a 491 Sierra and 470 WOBA against lefties, which is really high. If you're not a stats nerd like me, it's really high. Drops to 3.65 Sierra, 353 WOBA, which is still kind of high against righties, but he's actually better against righties than lefties. But yeah, he's not good.
He stinks.
So it's Jansen behind the plate for Toronto. He's got okay. I like running on guys to run on Kirk because he's so.
Matt, we got a Sandy update here. He struggled in the first inning. It took him 9 pitches to get through the first.
Hey, looking good for that over on the outs.
Those games have started. We gotta hurry this up.
Okay, yeah, but I was gonna say Bobby Witt. He's leading off. Probably a nice target for a stolen base today. I don't know. I mean, like Jerry said, Vladdy, I like him. Bichette had a nice dinger the other day, that was last night.
I like Bichette tonight.
Yeah, Bichette. I mean, he usually jumps on lefties, so that's good. Sal Perez, like, he hasn't hit a dinger yet this year, and his numbers against Kikuchi is not good. He hasn't got a hit yet, but man, like, Big Sal, I could see him hitting a dinger tonight too.
Yeah. Anything else, MLB?
Nope.
Got 3.
The wind is blowing out. All right, let's talk NBA.
Every MLB game, that was what I heard. At every stadium tonight, the wind's actually blowing out, according to the science. Me and Nick have literally 0 NBA plays tonight, so you guys got to carry us through here. Heat Pistons was the first one Jerry wanted to talk through.
Yeah, I kind of got screwed up with Bam's playing. So it kind of ruined up my whole theme, my whole parlay, everything. I was going with Kevin Love. The thing about Kevin Love that's good in any game for the Heat is you know how many minutes you're getting and you know how many quarters he's playing. He's playing the first 3 quarters. He's not touching the fourth. He's going for 20 minutes, and that's it. But I still like. I want to see if his line moved because his rebounds was 5.5 at even money, and now with the news that Bam's playing, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a little more juice because Bam was doubtful before. So when someone's doubtful, the books move to assume they're not playing and give you. So my play was Kevin Love rebounds. Let's see if his line changed. It is. I'm not a very good entertainer while I'm doing this.
Kevin Love rebound line is 4.5 minus 180, so juicy on FanDuel. You can get 5.5 on Caesars for plus 113.
Actually, I found 5.5 on DraftKings for plus 120. In your face, Eli.
Well, Pickett needs to be faster. Brian versus the books, where you at? Yeah, not bad. So could be. I don't know.
I would still take that because you're still you know what you're getting. You're getting the same amount. They actually played each other, I think, like a week and a half ago, and Kevin Love had 8 rebounds, 20 minutes, 23 minutes of play. Yeah. So obviously the Detroit Pistons offensive efficiency. Holy, I'm a stuttering prick today. Offensive efficiency is not very good for the Detroit Pistons. There's rebounds to be had. He's going to play 3 quarters. He's blowout proof. You're going to get 20 minutes. I'm definitely going to take his over 5.5 regardless. Actually, I like it better now. I'm getting a better line. In your face.
Matt, anything on this?
Yeah, I was reading about what Spoelstra's kind of doing. Just to talk about that a little bit. Like, I think he wants Love off the bench and play more of a 3-guard kind of look with Jimmy at the 4. And I guess that might be matchup dependent. You know, they wouldn't run that against like the Cavs, for example. But yeah, Love, I mean, he should do well. Duran will get more minutes off the bench as well with
Bagley's out.
Bagley's out with a concussion, I think. So Duran's lines have kind of corrected. They were getting out of hand there for a while. You know, around January, his lines were like 11.5 rebounds and stuff. So now that they've come back down to earth, I think that's a decent look. I mean, the Pistons just right now, I mean, they're going to just play through Ivy. It's not a great necessary, like, I don't love it, but yeah, I don't think I can lock anything in this game. I just need the Heat to win, right, Nick? We just need the Heat to win.
Ivy's
just win.
Just win, baby.
His line the last couple of games has actually jumped up on threes. He was hitting he was hitting his threes too consistently for the books liking. He was always 1.5, and I think he went on like a crazy 8-game streak of hitting 2 or more threes. And they said, "What are we doing?" He hit his over on his line for like 8 straight games of threes, but he wasn't a high volume guy. He was hitting 2, 3, nothing more than that. Then they bumped his line up the last 2 games to 2.5. He missed both of those. He went under both of those. Now he plays the Heat. I think he's gonna hit for the first time hit that 2.5 over line. I think he's gonna get 3 threes here. I always like taking, especially like 2 guards, threes against the Heat. For some reason, they've been giving them up for years. This has been a trend for like 3 years now, where they give up a ton of threes to like shooting guards, even sometimes small forwards. So his line is 2.5. He missed it 2 games in a row, but I think he's gonna get 3 here today. Now, how fast can you post something if I screenshot it to you on the screen?
I'm pretty
I think
quick.
it's simultaneously.
All right, I'm going to screenshot this to you. Now, I took this at plus 46,000 odds. This is obnoxious. I'm just warning you. This is just ridiculously obnoxious, but it's aesthetically pleasing to look at because it doesn't look that far-fetched. Now, I had to take it again just to show the odds. The odds went up with the BAM news. So I just sent it to you. Let's see how good you are, Eli. Let's see how snappy you are. Let's see if you're worth the dollars that they pay you here.
Dude, I don't know why you guys think I get paid.
I got a question here. Tonight is the night for the ultimate show parlay, underdog parlay. I mean, the lines tonight, I've never seen lines this high in the NBA all in one night. So you can take Washington, Charlotte, Detroit, Blazers, and the Spurs all to win $1 to win 87,000. Matt, there you go.
$1 to win 87,000. I'm in.
I think you got to round robin that, right? Go. Don't get cheap, Eli. $10 round robin.
I might do it just in honor of the show's past history.
Right.
This was my obnoxious parlay of the day. Absolutely obnoxious. I got it at plus 46,000 odds, and whenever I see plus 46,000 odds, I try to relive my past and try to see if I can recapture some magic, which hasn't happened in 3 years. But I bet it anyway, and then it looks so good. It looks something so simple. Kevin Love already had 8 rebounds in the last matchup versus the Pistons. We know he can do it. Obviously, the rebounds would be there. Tyler Hero, you don't know when this guy's gonna go off for like 9 assists. It's one of those things where he can do it at any time. And 6 assists, I think, was plus 340, and I saw that, and I'm like, this is very attainable against a team with a low defensive efficiency like the Detroit Pistons. Gabe Vincent's volume's been increased with threes. 3 threes is very doable for him now. Jaden Ivey, same thing. His volume's been there. Hasn't hit this last 2 games. I think he hits it here. Jimmy Butler has been scoring more. Obviously, they need something out of him, and this is the time of the year. This is Jimmy Butler's time of the year where he just goes bananas, especially in the playoffs. It's like he saves up for this intensity. So 25 points, very doable. And then James Wiseman, 15 points. Obviously, I took this before the Bam news. This looked a lot better to me if Bam was out, especially for Butler points and Wiseman points. But we're getting plus 67,000 now. So even though it's almost impossible, it's a little bit juicier. All right?
Don't mind that. Cool question in chat. Just to jump back a little quick. Varian asking how the Dinger promo works. Just real quick. You place any $25 home run bet, just straight bet. It has to be can't be live. And you get $5 in free bets back for any home run hit in that game. So right, if you bet $25 on Aaron Judge to hit a home run, any home run hit in that game, you get a $5 free bet for. Okay, moving on. Celtics.
You can do it multiple times too.
You can do one. You can pick one per game. Yeah, you can. But if you went crazy on it last year, apparently they're limiting you to 2 total per night now.
They did. Yeah, it's whack.
They did, huh?
Yeah. So I didn't bet home runs last year, so I'm not limited.
Do they say that specifically for the user? Like, do they show it?
Yeah. So if you go to your if you view more info on the promo, it'll tell you.
Oh shit! Wow.
Make sure you opt in though. Make sure you opt in, or you don't get shit.
And don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it.
I just got to suggest it. You can literally lose a fortune doing it.
Yeah.
Like it's fun, but you could literally lose a lot of money. I've seen people that
do not take one for every game.
Because $25 is honestly more than a unit for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some people are $10 unit bettors, and there's no shame in that. But now all of a sudden you see a promo for $25, and you're like, I'm going heavy on this, and you don't want to do it for each game. Just be smart, please, for the love of God.
You could be down $300 real quick, or more. Celtics, Sixers.
And it goes all season.
Yep, and it goes. Yeah, every Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
Yep.
Probably the marquee NBA game of the night: Celtics, Sixers. Yeah, I know you had something on this.
You could take my ugly parlay out the way now.
Dude, you want to boss me around anymore, Jerry? Listen, buddy.
It's the stash.
Like
right,
that?
I know.
It's coming in a
I'm
little
waiting
better.
for I'm waiting for the FBI to break in the door
Matt,
behind it.
Matt set the over under at 2.5 days before I shaved. We're almost at a week now, so the over hit anyway.
Yeah, the cash the over.
Celtics Sixers.
Yeah, I don't know who wins that though. Like
Me, because I just think it's hilarious.
Everyone loses.
Right, we're all losers.
Does anybody else think that Joel Embiid absolutely destroys the Celtics tonight, or at least
I don't. I think here's the thing. All right, I'll jump in. I listened to Brian and Will and Brad this afternoon talk about it. Embiid's not healthy. You could tell. He took 7 threes against the Bucks. Part of that was because they were getting clapped. But Al Horford has always given Embiid trouble defensively. I know that Time Lord being out hurts a little bit, but Embiid's not fully healthy. You could tell for sure the calf is limiting him some. He's just out there because they need him. Harden is also limited, which hurts a little bit of his facilitating. I just don't think so. I think he shoots so many free throws he'll get to 25 points for sure, but I'm not seeing any lift. I'm not seeing he's struggling to run up and down the court. So I think health is the primary thing. This win doesn't really help them in the standings. They're not really in danger of dropping out of the 3. They can't really catch Boston. I think Boston goes in here and gets a dub. I think Embiid might be. I certainly wouldn't take his over on points. I could smoke you, of course. It's just too high for me. I'm not going 32 points for Embiid tonight.
I don't know, man. He's talked way too much about this MVP talk. Jokic looks like he's out again, right? He's doubtful, I think, tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You can't talk about it. You got to be about it. Now, isn't like something like I'm probably going to bet this just because I want to bet it. One dunk in the first 3 minutes of the game at plus 180. I don't know. I think Embiid slams one in the first 3 minutes.
Wait, is it Embiid specifically or is it anybody?
Anybody.
Sure. Plus 180.
Anybody?
1+ in the first 3 minutes of the game.
All right. So is Brown in or out? Do we know for sure yet?
He was doubtful.
Out. He's out. Okay. So Brown's out. That's one guy who can dunk out of the lineup for a guy that will come in that can't dunk, which will be, no, he's out too. So they'll probably go Hauser in, I would think. They either go Hauser in or they start Grant Williams at the 4 and let Jason Tatum play the 3. But if I had to guess, it's probably Smart, White, and then Hauser instead of Brown, and then Tatum and Horford. But I could see Grant Williams potentially. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate it, dude. Like Jason Tatum, I mean, there's nobody stopping him.
I think we're overanalyzing it. I think Embiid is going to get a slam for the first basket.
Okay.
For the 76ers.
Yeah, you got Embiid, you got Tobias who can dunk, and who else can dunk in this game? We got Tatum, Embiid, and Harris probably.
I mean, they all play professional
PJ
basketball,
Tucker is
right?
just going to come out of nowhere with a fucking 2.
Well, yeah, some people can dunk, but that's on a breakaway. Dunking in a game is a different, in a half court set's a different beast. So you got to. I mean, I see what you mean, Jerry. I do, but I'd like it if I had a couple more dunkers in that lineup.
I'm taking Jaylen Brown to get a dunk, even though he's out. I just want to see a void, just to feel something,
From the bench, right? Yeah, you get the cash from the bench.
I want to get some money back.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of good. There's a lot of good stuff in here to like. I think. I think threes are pretty solid. I think Sam Hauser, if they list them, I'm trying to shop around right now to see if I can find them. Yeah, he's not listed yet on FanDuel. But Maxey, I mean, you got to like his threes. If Embiid's going to take 7 threes again, you gotta like him to hit at least one of them as a parlay piece at minus 194. Horford plus money. I like Horford to shoot threes, gets Embiid away from the basket. Opens things up. He's to me, that makes a lot of sense. I think I'll cook up a threes parlay in this for sure. I think there's just too much potential. Derek White only 1.5 to make. I mean, we've got Jaylen Brown's 18 shots to divide up tonight. So where are those going? That's usually six to 8 threes. So you sprinkle those between your Celtics guys. Hauser he might get 5 of them, but he's not listed. So I don't know. I'm gonna release the same game parlay and I'll tweet it out for this game as soon as we finish up.
Right on. Any closing thoughts here? I think we did good, covering a lot of things here across 2 different sports and right at an hour. But
Warriors and Thunder tonight. That's going to be a fun game, don't you think?
Is it?
Why would it not be? Thunder always play the War. They get up for the Warriors always, yeah. And Clay always has good games. To me, it's going to be a high. I mean, the total's 242. How do you not like that? Like, that's going to be a very, very fast-paced game. A lot of fun. 10 o'clock. That'll be your nightcap of the night. Keep an eye out. I'll do a same game parlay for that one too, because Shea's in, Giddey's in, everybody who you need to have in. For the Warriors too. There's nobody sitting out of this one, so I think we have a banger of a game in the late one.
All right.
One last little, I'll just give you one little sprinkle of a parlay. You could put like 50 cents, quarter, 10 cents, doesn't matter. Judge, O'Neal Cruz, Pete Alonso, Vlad Guerrero, Mike Trout, plus 127,000. Obviously, it's nonsense. You could put $1 on it. But that's my crazy nutty parlay of the day.
Cubs Nerfy missed already, by the way.
Oh, God.
I saw Wesnecky no Ks so far. Uh-oh.
He's good. He's only got 13 pitches. He's fine.
Okay. Good. Okay. Good. We gotta catch up here. All right.
Let's get out of here. Thanks again, Boom Fantasy. Thanks again, Pickett Sports. Use code Goldboys, goldboys.com to sign up. Follow us all on Twitter. Do whatever you want, and we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Oh, I gotta find the thanks for watching screen though. So it's gonna be another couple seconds here.
Everybody, just please.
Now we're
make fun of Eli's mustache.
Sorry,